Yeah, so today we're going to do the extraction of zinc. So the ore, everything which is extracted, because these are metals are gotten from the ground. So the ore for zinc, firstly, the ore for zinc is what we call zinc blend. The ore for zinc is zinc blend, like this. So the ore which we use to extract zinc is the zinc blend. Now, after we get this ore, firstly what we do is we convert this zinc blend to zinc oxide by heating it with air. This is the zinc blend here. So firstly what we do is we'll convert the zinc blend to zinc oxide by heating. So we have zinc blend like that. We'll roast it in oxygen so that we produce zinc oxide plus, here there will be the sulfate. So our balance here there is this is zinc. I'll put a 2 here so that zinc has become 2. I also put a here so that zinc to be 2. Zinc will be 2. The sulfate is already 1. The sulfur is 1 here. The sulfur is 1 here. Here the oxygen is 6. I already have two oxygens here. So if I put another 2 here, it means to make the oxygen 6. I think now it has balance because here 2, 6, I've added the 2, the sulfur is 2. So the first thing we do in the extraction of zinc, we use the zinc blend, or we convert the zinc blend to zinc oxide. This by heating, so we've roasted it in air. And then after we do this, the reducing agent we use in this process, we use a reducing agent called carbon monoxide. So the reducing agent used is carbon monoxide. Obviously you can see that zinc is oxidized there. It's not pure, it's still oxidized, so it's not yet pure. So this reducing agent, which is the carbon monoxide, is formed inside the blast furnace through a series of reactions. So the way this carbon monoxide is formed is through a series of reactions, just like the way we extract iron. So it does the same process. So firstly, this carbon is going to burn in very hot air with oxygen. Then this will produce carbon dioxide. Now, carbon burns in the blast furnace of very hot so that it can produce carbon dioxide. And then this carbon dioxide reacts with excess carbon, or where are we getting this carbon from? Coke, because we add coke in the blast furnace so that it can actually raise the temperature of the blast furnace. So it's more like we're doing the extraction of iron, but the only difference is zinc. So when we take this carbon dioxide which has formed because coke is reacting with oxygen, we get this same carbon dioxide. As more coke is being, that carbon dioxide which is being formed is reacting with the carbon dioxide is reacting with the coke which is being added. So this produces a carbon monoxide. I have put a 2 there because of 2 carbons and 2 oxygens. That's the balanced equation. So this is how we got our reducing agent here, which is the carbon monoxide. So this one here is the carbon monoxide. So now, after getting the carbon monoxide, what happens is this carbon monoxide comes to react with zinc when it reacts with the zinc, it reduces it because some oxidation will take place. So the reducing agent, the reducing agent reacts with the zinc oxide and reduces it. Why are we saying reduces? Because oxygen has been lost. So this one here is zinc oxide. It is in solid state. Then we come and react it with carbon monoxide, which is a gas. So now this will to here zinc will lose oxygen and it will be gas, and then the carbon monoxide will become oxidized to form what? Carbon dioxide, which is also a gas. So the difference is that iron we're able to get it in its molten state, and we get the iron, or aluminium get it in its molten state. Aluminium, by the way, we use electrolysis because aluminium follows the metals in the reactive series. But for zinc, we get it as a gas. So what you have to note is that zinc is obtained as a gas. So these are just the process of how zinc is obtained in a blast furnace. Now, this passes out of the blast furnace, the gas passes out of the blast furnace and is cooled and condensed in a trap placed at the top of the furnace. So because it's a gas, we cool it. And then this is the key difference between the extraction of iron, aluminium, because both of which are collected at the bottom of the furnace or electrolytic cells. Because for iron and aluminium, it's collected at the bottom. But for zinc, it's collected at the top because it's a gas. So it will rise, and then we'll cool it, and that's how we'll get our pure zinc. So these are the steps for the extraction of zinc. Now, since we've done all these processes, let's talk about some uses, and we would have finished talking about this zinc. So firstly, zinc is used in what we call galvanizing. What is galvanizing? This is just a process of coating a metal such as iron or steel with a protective coating so that they do not rust. So we use zinc in galvanizing, which is just coating a metal. Why do we coat this metal? Metals, for instance, such as iron or steel. So it is important to do this to prevent rusting. So you do know the metal which is used in galvanization, it is zinc. The other thing which zinc is used for, zinc is used as an alloy of brass. It is used as an alloy to make the alloy of brass. So when we are making zinc, we do use when we are making brass, it is 70% copper and 30% zinc. So the zinc is also important. Brass is an alloy, so it has better properties because an alloy is a mixture of different metals and stuff, so it is hard and it's very important. And then the zinc, which means the zinc here, this pure zinc, it helps make this brass to become harder and corrosion resistant to copper, because we do know that zinc acts as a galvanizer. Now the other thing which I'll talk about is that I've talked about galvanization, which is for preventing rust and protection, because this will also, because it has coated, to protect it. And then lastly, This I think this is all you need to know about zinc. This falls under metals, and this is extraction of zinc. Thank you very much.